Laat me het niet uitgesluzen.
Je
Oh
bent
my
echt
gosh.
snoemen zussen.
This shit ain't working.
What the fuck?
Anyways.
Sorry, I was struggling with something. Okay, I'm ready. Hey, Nick.
What do you want, bruh?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
It is a murder case.
Among Us. We're here for the trial next door.
Next door.
Why don't you know about this, Nick? They're having
That
Atme's
mine.
trial today.
Lay neighbor. Detective Atme?
They say they're going to try him as master math.
Shit.
Damn. Already? That was quick.
Boy, I'd love to see Master Mass trial. But where's she
Yeah, if only court proceedings were this fast in real life.
I know.
By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect their training anymore.
I know you don't like me.
Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
The incident.
Ever since that incident last year.
Please, don't ignore me.
Oh, that was him. Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me, even if I killed someone.
Come on, don't be silly. Wait a second.
You don't mean you're the murderer?
No, no, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor.
Bleh.
Now let's see. According to Mr. D. Light,
He's nuts.
from his second crime, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heist.
Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murderer, Nick?
It's possible. Today's trial is a race against the clock.
The cock? Let's just take our time like we always do.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Coach meowing downstairs.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight.
here.
You're ready? Preparation in the last refuge. Preparation is the last refuge of the week.
Didn't ask, my nigga.
Okay, settle down everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Settle down,
He's
pussies.
got the judge in the palm of his hand. Yet a damn again.
It's always an uphill climb, ain't it, Phoenix? Ron Delight is simply too weak. Fuck, man! Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That is all.
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Then you need to get out more, Your Honor.
Damn, get out, old guy.
Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording.
Damn, poet.
That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
Yes,
my
well,
gosh,
let me
it's
briefly
so-
summarize the details of this case.
Hey, not.
The judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KFC Security. His body
Hello.
was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th.
Look at his tongue.
He looked like Ganondorf from the because it was like, yep,
That
Go.
don't. That
However, at the time of death estimated as 1 a.m. the previous day.
And that's when our lost kitten dropped the ball.
Discord mod.
That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Very well then, Mr. Godot, please call your first witness.
No.
I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial.
Bro, you're going to
Addiction.
have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Nah, this nigga's made of iron.
But the first one is always the best.
Mr. Godot, your
Iron
witness?
burns with fire, though. He do, fire beats steel.
Okay, then. Let's hear what the defendant Ron Delight has to say for himself.
The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections?
Objection!
It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but...
I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then.
Oh, nice flashback.
You have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify.
You've got guts, Wright.
Alright then, Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand.
He's already on the stand.
You did it, didn't you?
He already
Yes.
Bruh.
Well, no, that's not true.
Imagine me living
For
in my life.
a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Nothing is ever that simple in these games.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home. No then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. My visit to KB Security. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Billet in his office at KB Security.
Just cat press him.
The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
That was quick.
Okay.
1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place.
The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny.
You never know. You'd never know from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Please.
They have some water.
The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there.
Press.
It ordered you there? Come on, bro. What you talking about?
It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then? Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this, or take that.
Bruh.
Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more, goddammit. Now, what should I do?
It
Probably
sounded like Phoenix
leave
wanted
it.
to leave it.
Bruh.
Do you disagree?
Press harder. I'm just kidding. Wait. There's no health bar. Press harder.
Bruh, you always say that. Ignore that.
This isn't a thing where there's a health bar. Let me think.
I mean, Phoenix wanted to leave it. I don't know why we'd press harder.
To get more information. We always do.
But if he's gonna go on the blackmail shit right this early,
Well, if they find out that he's a thief, he won't get the death penalty, and he'll have an alibi.
Yeah.
you guys just sound so nonchalant about that shit. Go ahead and do
I
it.
mean, we're trying to save his life.
What
That's
do you
the
want me to
first
do?
priority.
So, what did the blackmail letter in question say?
It said to bring $50,000.
Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder.
I take it back. We were wrong. We lost.
Oh, but
Yeah,
wait,
like that.
wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway. Oh, is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. An important point indeed.
Interesting.
Witness, let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do.
I don't
Damn.
know why muddy mud skipper sounds like a slur.
I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
Let's just press that anyway, because I like pressing it.
You used to be a security chief for KB Security. Is that correct, my brother?
Yes, that's right. A security chief? You?
And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say?
This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject.
Do we want to talk about his life as a thief, or do we want to ask why he was fired?
Yeah, why were you fired?
Like how you... yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Brad, can you tell us why you were fired from your job?
Well,
The world is filled with those who've said, I wish I'd never asked that.
Okay, then
defendant, please answer the question. I needed money. You needed money? Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company.
W.
Look at me.
KV Security has a lot of security info and all other sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief,
You stole some data and sold it.
Oh shoot, Facebook?
Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately.
Bruh. I wish I had never asked you that.
I was somehow able to keep it secret and make it seem like I had quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Hey, my name. Are you listening?
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
I don't like you, nigga.
He sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from your company? Is that correct? Yes, I'm sorry. This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
Damn, bro, this shit suck ass. Just gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster.
Yeah.
I do that. First up.
Just what were you being blackmailed about anyhow? Or what the fuck did you want?
Yeah, didn't y'all read this already?
Yeah, I was
You wanted to
trying to see
press
what happened when you pressed it.
Oh, he says objection this time. The fuck?
I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore.
What do you mean by that, my guy? Do you feel like speaking up?
The victim had no proof the defendant was Mask the Mask. But you're the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier.
But that was all over with once I was fired. But it is true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there is no reason for me to pay up now, a whole year later.
Is that really true?
What is it, Nick?
The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge.
I mean, it would hurt Desi if we were gonna say yes. It would.
Yes.
Desi.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble. If you ask me, I mean, I don't know, this is your life, but if your identity as a company data thief was made public.
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client?
Fucking
Sing
nigga.
word.
Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow.
Heck.
That's facts.
He's correct.
Yeah, bars, nigga.
Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo.
I
He's
don't like you,
Hispanic.
nigga. Little lawyer amigo.
Yeah, now come on. Provide some evidence to back up your assertion.
Oh, cuss. What did we do?
Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from the going public?
We present
that's what we showed
his
bitch.
I was about to say sister.
Sister.
Oh, I'm not
Sister,
just
girlfriend, pretty much synonymous. Let's go.
girlfriend, his wife.
I'm still hitting.
Wow. Okay.
Well then.
She's not my sister.
But if she was, you'd still hit.
No.
Darren, do you
Yeah,
agree?
why'd you say?
I don't agree with Blue at all. Like, why would you smash your sister?
Nigga, do you agree?
I never said those things.
Represent.
Okay.
Represent? Who are you
All right,
representing? Your
nigga, whatever.
sister?
I heard.
Mr.
Niggas are like,
Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday, last night.
huh?
In the bed.
I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your little secret.
Certain person?
Yes, nigga.
Chin to chest.
Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. Yeah, we're bringing drama into this, but you know, what is it? Never mind. All right, yep.
Vibrates.
Listen
She
to
does
me.
vibrate a lot.
My Desi, she's.
God, she's goddess.
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins.
Oh my god, get the fuck up, bruh.
Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
Let's go.
What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habits, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that's how this murder came about.
Game over.
Oh,
That was a nice little secret. I mean, nice little theory you got there. Everything's falling neatly into place for him. Nah, bro, you gotta. Oh my god, you gotta have confidence like literally every enemy we fucking have do and say, man, nice story.
don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry.
Damn, you sound like a threat. You shouldn't say that
Talk
like that.
your shit.
Well,
He cares about his
man.
wife.
it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I'm just probably get so thoroughly fucked in 20 minutes.
I
I mean, Von Karma.
On karma, yeah.
Clearly, there was a sufficient motive for murder. He
Clearly,
stole
you know,
data
on
for his
Enterprise.
wife and secretly killed to protect his secret. A family man who just cared a little too much.
This court trial is
The
over.
motive is clear. Now let's move on.
Fuck.
What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears.
He's gonna talk about how he stored the body in the fridge, and we're just gonna be fucked.
We're just gonna
It's
commit
the
net
It's like that episode of SpongeBob. At the CEO's office. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
Sus.
Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullet was lying there, dead.
Well,
Well, I mean,
I see.
that silhouette they used in the game, we know who that is, but
I
Wait, I
see.
missed this little
Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony.
The money.
He said that Master Mass struck him on the head from behind.
how the fuck is the judge teed up all of a sudden? Of course, since Abney turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie.
No one's gonna believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked. We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Try? Don't you go easy just because he's your client.
bro, stop calling me a damn trout.
If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
Nigga, I hope you drown in that shit. I hope your blood, after like 2 years, just turned fucking black, decaf as shit. Anyway, you don't need to worry about that, Mr. Goodo.
Wow, tables.
I
I
have
know
faith
how
in
good
the
about
Rob.
you niggas is
This-
heated.
I know he didn't do
Savage
it.
tables.
I didn't do nothing. I'm just reading.
know.
I'm reading what
Pour a bucket of
my guy
water and
said.
short circuit his damn electric Cyclops.
If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have passed away.
Wearing what? Pens?
Probably is.
Mask? I don't know.
No, but we can skip it because it's actually not important at all. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think we should press it.
I wonder what that is, honestly.
Oh, God. Fine, bro. Let's go back and press that one.
Press.
That. What is that?
What animal is that?
Why, my Master Mask costume, of course. Wait just a moment. Master Mask? Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before?
Yeah, like this thing was important.
Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. And then, I descended upon the office of CEO KB Security.
Why the fuck would you do that?
What?
I've never
Nick,
met a
did
dumber
you know
nigga in my
about
life.
this? You never told me this.
I don't call him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait, that's not right. You know, sometimes things just slip your mind.
My 6th cup of coffee is starting me. Fuck. Huh. My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly.
Oh, your heart will die.
You will
At any
die,
rate,
come on.
we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
That's
Right
so
now,
good that we
Same
pressed
BPM as
I'll-
the EDM
Man,
song.
I'll
bro.
rip your scrotum off!
I'd have
Please
been.
press this.
Okay.
Why were you dressed up as Mask to Mask?
Why? Because I'm Master Mask, of course. What are you talking about?
Bullshit.
Master Mask trial is being held next door. Ah, yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being, I thought I was being, I thought it was being blackmailed over the fucking. I hate myself. Fuck you guys.
I love
So
you too.
I thought I should
I don't.
go as
That's gay.
Bro,
Uh,
I'm
What the
going.
fuck?
People, stop it.
Why'd you just?
Ether's get-
So
Oh!
kill yourself.
You know
So
what?
I thought I
love
should
you,
go.
Sly.
I thought I
I
should
love
go
you,
as.
Sly, too.
Stop
Oh my God.
loving
Fly
me.
bagging him. Fly bagging him.
God damn.
Oh boy!
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I expected.
Took a lot longer. What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Press harder, press harder, press harder, press
Go a lot longer. What,
Offense?
killing the dude?
It took a lot longer coming up the stairs, obviously. Slow bit.
Press harder.
Fuck it. We lost. What you mean by that, bro?
What
Oh.
you know about...
Opening the safe, of course.
Oh, God.
Oh.
My cape got caught in the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullet's body.
No.
What was that? Back of a second.
This nigga's slow as fuck.
Yes. You were the one that hid the body in the safe? Well, yeah. Inconceivable!
He's the murderer. He did it.
Yo, this prosecution shit easy. I don't know why.
Edgeworth lost it, didn't he?
Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
Even if you weren't the murderer, that's
Shit
okay.
is funny as fuck.
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
What?
When I shit myself.
The answer is simple. When they take them off.
Ooh.
As usual,
Sexual.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Let's go.
I want to fuck you, Judge.
Oh man, I didn't know he was
Step
gay.
back behind the door tomorrow.
Do you mean that Mr. Delay hit the body because he's a murderer?
So you're not as stupid as you look.
As I look,
I
This
hate when people
metaphor
say
this
that.
time was
Really.
really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Oh shoot.
You nuts.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here?
We're the judge and we're telling you this information.
Witness, make sure you add this to your testimony. Yes, sir.
Well, this isn't good. You ever seen Fortnite? This reminded me of a storm.
I died in this game.
I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes.
Press.
This femboy is gonna get destroyed in jail.
Honest.
Why did you not tell me you had the janitor role?
Well, because it wouldn't, you know, it's not my kind of role, you know what I'm saying? Also, it wouldn't fit in the
Wouldn't
drawer.
fit in a drawer? Nigga.
Oh, that's not exactly what I meant when I asked that question.
He's got issues.
When I saw that corpse, I kinda lost it. I thought, if they find this corpse, they'll think I did it.
Tails just lost it.
I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense.
A laboratory. Hold on. 10 minutes.
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought.
Brain.
Under those circumstances, why would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh. Hey, Nick. If you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
Yes, we should press the tab button.
Yes. We heard from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? Press the tab?
Oh, fuck.
That's not much in his testimony either. Oh no. We were just saying for the sake of
Yeah,
gameplay.
like, what are we gonna present
purposes.
here?
I bet you he's still hiding something in the tab button.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him, I guess.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
Alright, so they're saying that we gotta get more information.
Scam likely. This is
damn.
coming from
Oh.
North Miami Beach, Florida. Should I pick it up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Answer it on video.
Yeah,
Put it on
in
speaker. Put it on speaker.
Hello?
He didn't put it on
Hello, the
speaker.
plug?
Say that again.
That
Can you
was
say that
my
again? I
favorite.
missed it.
Did they hang up?
No habla Spanish?
Nigga.
Nope. They hung up.
Alright, go to the place where he's talking about 10 minutes.
I got 10 minutes from the bathroom. Shooting fart.
Alright, I go to the court record.
We present
do
the
we have-
attorney badge.
No, go left. Left.
The cum.
Go left.
We could have went right this whole time, honestly.
Okay, next. Ooh.
Go two.
Ooh, that
Well,
might
done.
actually bang.
I'm
Ooh.
I
There are no-
refuse to lie.
Buzzer?
You just might
Why'd you
fuck
skip the
around
book?
and be spitting because he's
'Cause-
dumb as fuck to be
Table
honest.
table set go left twice, bitch.
Okay, we already looked at that, Faith. Right,
I
it's in
thought
the
you
back of
would-
my mind.
I thought you were banging that. Sorry, go left.
Oh yeah, I'm. Go to the envelope, the manila folder.
That's just the cause
Alright,
of
so the
death.
time of death was at 1 a.m. Right. At 10:12. Now go back to that file again. The one next to the book.
The one that we were just looking at.
Present it.
Shucks, present that.
That's what I was saying. Why were we looking at the buzzer record?
Well, because I wanted to
We
look.
were all
make
saying
sure-
that. Your niece, could you please take a look at this record real quick?
And what might this be, chat?
The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to Skirker. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to vent over here.
Emergency!
And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
If Mr. Ron Delight truly was the murderer, you would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading this way.
Let's remember who.
Faith, what are you doing?
Fuck.
Oh, sorry, it was humming Society Gale Among Us.
Stop.
Anyways, repeat that.
Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building.
I think he works there.
Look at his hand.
Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
No, not.
But, as it turns out, the guard never came.
Because he was too busy making out.
That was nothing more than a coincidence. Why'd you even say that, bitch ass nigga? The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser
Damn!
who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend
Oh shit.
and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
They are going back
How did you
and
know
forth. Again, remember who we're dealing with here.
Me.
It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. They are going at it.
that? The buzzer is extremely loud. There was no way he could have ignored something like that. Come on, my nigga. If he had been conscious, that is.
Ooh.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Ah!
Drinks the coffee to calm down.
Fine. Let's hear your theory.
See, this is what you need to do, Phoenix, when they start being gay. You need to call them theories. Recall the defendant's testimony, my nigga. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him, right? And Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for, 11, 12, 4 minutes.
Alem? Unconscious? So he fainted?
That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So, what you're trying to say?
Mr. Delight was knocked out and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, I mean, it could only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then Pat pressed the buzzer.
Here's the pursuit. Also, Phoenix, if you notice, he's grown. He's got some skill now.
Skill? I thought you were gonna say you got taller.
Sucks ass.
Order in the court, Mr. Wright. This is...
Facts and logic, yes. Thank you for noticing.
This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
Suck my nuts.
You press the buzzer then, my nigga.
It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him.
There's no fingerprints on that bitch.
He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself? What's your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
That's cop,
Can I
bruh.
prove that the real criminal was there at the scene? How? Oh, can I prove that it wasn't King Bullard who sounded the buzzer?
Can we prove it?
I mean,
Yeah,
there's no fingerprints on the button.
Oh, right. Go ahead and do it.
The defense's opinion is this. Bitch. The piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer.
The buzzer
You
itself.
just look in the ground. Yeah, we can show the little buzz wall.
Buzz the emergency meeting. Show that.
I believe this is the
You gotta stop with some Among Us stuff.
I believe this is a piece of incontrovertible evidence. What the fuck? Incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
No, now you're trying to make that.
The emergency buzzer. Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not.
Last thing you want on your buzzer is a fake.
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
Unless that turns out that might be what you get.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
No, I'm the one who's clueless.
The judge is back to his old self.
This here button has no fingerprints on it. But Mr. Biller had to really press it himself. Naturally, would have left some fingerprints behind. Come on, come on.
God damn!
That nigga was like, patoo! Like, patoo!
Ron the Light obviously wiped them off.
Good shit, he was unconscious.
I'm wiping the cum off your mouth.
Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
Push the button.
Looking like day one Phoenix right now.
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Maskady Mask. And Master Mask always wears gloves. What reason would he possibly have had to wipe the button off, free of fingerprints?
Order! Order!
It would seem I've been forced to eat crow.
Jim, no!
You're gonna
I wonder what blend number Jim Crow flavored coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the wait, Jim Crow flavored. That sounds delicious. However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency meeting? All right, that's the last one from me. Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
You done?
What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? It's making me feel weird.
It's making me feel stupid.
Ratioed by silence.
It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
They're on to you, Nick.
On to me. I was right.
They're about to vote you out.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. Alright, I'm thinking about these questions.
Timer's running out.
The real culprit killed Mr. Ballard at around like what, 1 a.m. Okay, whatever. We get it. Saturday Night Live ends around that time. Okay, so Light just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered that nigga and then sounded the buzzer. Okay.
Even though security was supposed to respond by the way if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond? Okay.
Time's up. Ratio. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then.
Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
To call the security guard. To call the security guard.
Hold on, nigga, we thinking.
I thought it was obvious, sorry.
I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry.
Oh my god. That's bro.
Classic
I'm
Korean.
thinking.
Because it's pretty obvious what it does. And I don't think anyone accidentally hits a button.
Well, he probably pressed it to frame him, right?
I
that's why
disagree.
he
I
was trying-
accidentally pressed the emergency stop button at Six Flags on my first day. And we see how that went.
I remember that story. I'm gonna put the story up on screen right now.
Is that the story where you called the Mexican?
No.
Oh my god. No, I just stopped the ride before it started and got written up for it, that's all.
Oh. I've actually never heard that story.
Yeah, Six Flags was definitely not the greatest time, especially since I act like a very different and not very happy person when I'm at work. It's hard, you know? My mind kind of just gets stuck at a certain mode that I can't get out of.
Let's just go with the...
You feel me? It's kind of like you ever like go to work and then...
That sounds horrible, Tables.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like when you sit back.
I operate weird at
Think
work.
about it. Why is golf a sport?
Anyway, go whatever face I am, bro. I mean, I'm sure it's wrong, but I mean...
Alright.
She seems
What
confident.
what was Faith? What were you telling Faith?
She said call the security guard.
She wanted to frame him, yeah. Or
Facts.
Nobody
whoever
framed
that
it.
She? Oh
Nobody
yes, I
claiming a
see. I
soul,
see. Faith knows the answer. She spoiled herself on that wiki.
Fuck.
Oh my
I
god, look
keep
at her
going.
go, look at her go. The killer knew that if them, pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they were looking for.
Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
That's what you just said,
Yes,
Judge.
although it turned out
Did he
he
really?
never showed up. That's just what you get.
Because he was getting his dick cleaned at the time.
Well, let's
He
go.
was getting his dick wet.
What a
Keep.
Sorry.
what a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
Third person, remember?
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Rhonda Light, who was out cold.
And me, nigga.
And the third person, the real killer.
Hypothetically, yes.
Let's say hypothetically that this third killer was there at the office with Kane Bullard and Rhonda Light.
Now then. In this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be, the victim and Rhonda Light.
Would you agree that the killer is part of the radical left?
And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that was the murderer.
Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective.
Points.
To frame Rhonda Light for the murderer. Yep. This nigga fit is terrible, fool.
Just been.
Dang.
Order.
He spits it out on the judge.
It would seem
He's smoking his own pack. Look at him. No, he's fine.
I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr.
the
Wright,
62.
who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Or
Your
wait,
mom.
wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Mass, so
Nick, you mean the real killer is the crazy dude?
We're gonna drag that person in here right the fuck now.
But isn't he, like in jail? I mean, not jail, in the trial. Who is it though?
Is he really?
I already saw the proof yet, but think about it. Alright. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used them to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard?
Clearly it was a shadow of a doubt.
I mean, the shadow
Go to
shows.
profiles.
The shadow shows. What's his name?
Go to the
Master
the
Mask.
second to last on this page. Get this way the fuck out of here, my nigga.
I'm ready. Let's. We're smoking
Alright,
that
anyway,
anyway, light pack.
Go to the little bird looking nigga.
Go to the real Master Mask. But not really the real Master Mask.
She's a gold digger. We have to kill her.
All right, nigga.
Well, nigga, so am I.
Shit, you right.
Wow.
What sucks?
You think I'm talking to broke
What sucks
bitches?
about this is that if I remember correctly, the silhouette they show you is a bit more hazy in the Game Boy version, so you can't really tell who it is. So it makes it a bit harder in the Game Boy version.
But we gotta make it easier for the plebs.
Detective Luke at me.
Lamani.
He's the only one who could have done it.
AKA the Joker.
He's detective.
Luke at me? You mean
For some reason, every time I think of Luke at me, I just think of Waluigi. Or that he has a Waluigi-like voice.
You mean Master Mass did it?
Yes.
He was a dumbass nigga. The person being tried in the court next to us is not meet to meet at all. He is, in actuality, a bitch ass nigga.
That got the crowd hype. Order, order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime?
They're not even close. Murder is more serious than crime, of course.
But all sin is sin in the eyes of God.
It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment.
Please remember the trial from yesterday if you would. Please, please, God, please, please, God.
God.
When Luke had me confess that he was a huge, that there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course, a famous detective was unmasked as well as Master Mask.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty?
Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Loreley Taylor, right? In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Luke Atmey's airtight, watertight, and unfuckable alibi.
A guilty verdict? As an alibi?
Yep, he different with it. He different with it for real.
You know, it's almost time.
For what?
For Luke Atmey's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
We don't.
Luke Atmey's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr.
don't
Delight
get
will be
jail.
left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this?
Yes.
A bet's only good when your life's the ante.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
Mr. Delight.
So, please, I'm begging you.
I'm an anime protagonist.
Thanks, bud. My decision will determine the rest of your life. So, shut that ass. Please, let me think about this hard. Penis.
Ooh.
Penis.
Penis.
Fuck was that?
Like, he keeps getting haunted by
Dick
it.
and balls. Cock, dick, and maybe a little bit of cum.
She's right. I have to take this case.
That voice, that shit sound like
The battle pass.
I'm mad you both said that.
oh shit.
That was the stupidest line of dialogue we ever.
Yo,
Mmm.
fuck, man, just cock
Mmm.
Huh. So that's your answer, huh?
Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright,
that's a lot of time.
when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atmey to the stand.
That's a bet.
Alright, who wants to play kickball?
Alright, let's get. Well, no, I don't think we can do an entire game of kickball in 20 minutes. Let's just do a fucking,
Oh,
let's do
that
Red
is-
Rover.
I'm gonna play this game called Kick the Ball into Darian's head and
Let's
see
play
if it
butt
cracks
tag,
open and
bro.
spills
Butt
out his
tag,
brain.
butt tag.
Ooh.
I could have sworn Payne had less hair than this. I don't
Yeah,
know
like
why.
he grew
Yeah.
his stuff.
I
You
looked
gotta
back
comb
at the
over.
other episode, the
This is
last
fake
episode.
hair?
No, I looked back at the other game like yesterday when I was at work. He had that hair.
Hee. Well, sir, Detective Atney.
Who's the defense attorney in this case?
Blue.
I read it.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear you. No one.
I didn't hear you.
I didn't hear you
I
either.
didn't hear.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh no, sir, Detective Atney. You were the one who.
Bruh.
Who's that?
Tables, you can
Yeah.
take this person.
Judge Echo Fighter.
That's enough.
Echo Fighter.
This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Luke Atmey
Alright then.
Hey, don't hand down your verdict yet, please. Do me a solid. Do me a solid.
Well, well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom.
Welcome to my hood.
The fuck is
Look at
this?
Sky.
Oh fuck, I'm fucking the voice.
This nigga's staring.
Yeah, you're the judge.
My name is Jimmy Try to turn that law. Yeah, I'm glad you made me pick this character. And I wish to file an accusation against this little bitch ass nigga that's before you.
Accusation? You accuse Master Mask?
That's a bitch ass nigga. Shut up, Pink. God, I hate you, bro. Your fucking old ass bitch ass glasses. Glasses so fucking fake and not even Ray-Bans. That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. That nigga sweating bug spray.
Yes, sir. We get to wait in our days.